Okay, are we live? Yes, I do believe we are. I do believe we are. Alright, that should be our notification from YouTube letting us know. Yes, okay, we are live. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm gambling at the moment. Not with money, it's not like that. Anywho, we'll just let that do its thing. Yes, hi. So, we are going to wait a moment as we do to see if anybody trickles in. If not, we're just going to continue as if there were other people here, and it's all fine. It's all good. I'm not one to particularly care. So I do have a video picked for live reaction. It is Bizarre Bub again, of course, because we love Bizarre Bub. Okay. I can't remember. See if I can do this without fucking up the stream. Hang on now. Let's see. It is Scary Comp video 109, I believe. I just did a quick look around. Okay. So, for this evening, I have a coffee. And if need be, I have Fresca and tequila. So, we shall see how it goes. All right, well, let us jump right in, I guess. I have killed probably about 3 minutes or so. So, let us make me smaller. Cool. And if everybody's ready, oh, hang on. There we go. Okay. If everybody is ready, then 1, 2, 3, come with me. And let us check out Bizarre Bub, Scary Comp. I believe it's 109.
An Airbnb for a few days, unaware that they would encounter something very unsettling while staying there. They had booked the place in advance for an upcoming wedding that was out of town, so staying here made sense. But one night, after coming back from walking their dog, this happens.
We were just out walking the dog, and when we came in, we heard...
Oh. Am I seeing a shadow? Oh, Kurt. Dog is not happy. Upstairs, last time we figured it was window. She sucks at taking videos. I'm gonna say that right now. She sucks at taking.
This is the biggest challenge we've ever done. Tonight we can...
Somehow, the leash on her dog's collar suddenly jolts up in a quick motion before wrapping itself around her dog. It just flings up as if someone had chucked it upwards, but clearly, no one is seen on the stairs to have done that, which is very odd considering that just moments ago this was heard.
Running down the stairs. That's crazy.
Now Sydney, who recorded this video, was just as baffled as the Airbnb host who received this video from her. But this wouldn't be the only video she sends, because the next day, while placing the leash on the stairs to see if it would jump again, this is captured.
Okay, so this is the leash.
Why would you do that? She's like, come on.
There she goes again. I don't think the leash is gonna move, but she's definitely sensing something. Every single day.
Although the leash doesn't move this time, her dog goes ahead and does this.
That
For some
carpet is
reason,
not
it's at the same time the leash is on the steps that her dog begins to search for something. But like before, nothing appears to be there. Sydney even checks the rug to see if anything on or under it was making her dog behave this way. But still,
Like, who puts a rug
nothing.
down like that?
However,
that's
there's
dangerous.
something in this video that's worth pointing out, and it's a detail that appears in other videos that Sydney recorded of her dog. Watch closely.
So I wanted to show you guys some footage of my dog with these stairs. So here's another clip that I got of her doing it, walk over and see her, and she was so locked into this.
Now, if you didn't notice, in each video, Sydney's dog is always around a certain area of the stairs. It's always the middle or lower half of the steps, but never the top. If it wasn't for this detail, Sydney would not have realized this.
So I think I figured out why my dog just is always hanging out right here. So
Treats
I
into the
just
mat.
found a door back here. So I don't think that it's what's on the stairs. I tried to check.
What, under the stairs? Oh, God.
The door is locked. Obviously it's an Airbnb, so they lock a lot of the doors up. Yeah, I don't think that it's what's on the stairs, like what I initially thought.
under the stairs.
I think it's what's below.
Considering that the space is on the ground, it explains why her dog is never seen on top. She seems to be sensing something that's in this room. But the question is, what exactly is she sensing? Wanting to find out, Sydney and her sister probe around the space to see what it might be that's inside. But during this moment, while recording, they capture this.
So this is the switch. You guys can see the light is on right there. I wonder if
Oh, she's sliding her phone under? That's quite the gap.
there's something right behind the door.
I'm gonna jump into my what the fuck? Bitch. You great twat. Jesus Christ.
Almost immediately after Sydney pulls out her phone, the doorknob suddenly turns. Although no one was seen on the other side, the door handle moves as if held from the other end. Now Sydney was under the impression that a person had turned the knob, so they reach out to the Airbnb host and ask if anyone else is renting the place.
Sent the video to the landlord of the Airbnb, and hold on, let me turn asking, like, hey, is there someone else renting it out as well as us or what? Because basically he was like, no, you guys are the only ones that are in the Airbnb right now, like booked out for the week.
After finding out that no one else is inside, Sydney concludes that what happened that night wasn't a case of someone co-renting the house, but rather another paranormal occurrence. To her, this is much preferable
I don't
over
like
having
the
a stranger
idea of
inside the house.
Airbnbs. I
But
know
despite
they're all
being
the
at ease
rage
now,
and
knowing that it's not a
whatever,
person,
but fuck,
the
I think
doorknob
they're so
incident still
dangerous.
baffles her.
Like, potentially
This is so,
crazy
especially
dangerous.
given that it still moves now and then.
Yeah.
It's like little girls. Yeah, let's gather the children and play with the ghost.
Okay, every time we've knocked before, this doorknob would turn a little bit.
The ghost is sick of your shit. I can't believe the gap is that big. Like, I mean, I know your phone isn't like stupid thick, but I mean, you're making me kind of dizzy here. Enough.
Everything in our collection represents a great deal we found on Skyscanner. We even got 2 matching tags.
The door like just busts open. Ghost like, what the fuck? Stop doing that. Ah. Mm-hmm. What am I waiting for? You stop it! Stop it!
As it turns out, this room was actually a basement. Out of nowhere, the phone gets yanked inside before tumbling down the steps and landing on its face. But it's before it tumbles that something weird happens. If you didn't notice, the phone moves on its own again before falling down. But of course, the strangest part is when the phone somehow lifts itself. Neither Sydney nor the Airbnb host could explain this. It just rises up before falling back with no footsteps around to suggest that someone was there.
Yeah,
it's no wonder why many see this as being paranormal. To Sydney and her sister, that's exactly the case.
Just get the fuck
Whatever
out.
had been inside
Like,
did not seem to like their intrusion. From the leash moving on its own to the phone being pulled inside, it currently remains unknown as to what exactly occurred here. But as with all videos, you be the judge on whether or not something supernatural took place. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
Okay, so... Okay, hang on now. As always, like the suspension of disbelief. Okay, we're gonna pretend that it's real. Okay, it's more fun that way. So pretending that this is real. Okay, you're in an Airbnb with friends. You're partying out. It looked like it was what, a bachelorette party or some shit. You got your good boy there, and you strongly believe that there's like a presence in the house, right? The Airbnb guy says, no, there's nobody else there, right? So now it's in your head, there's a ghost or whatever. You're going to keep sticking your phone under the door and knocking on the door to aggravate the ghost. Like, it's there to amuse you. Like, it's there to make you laugh or to give you a jump scare or what, like it's your entertainment. Like, listen, if that's how you're gonna roll, believing in spirits and treating them like that, you deserve whatever the fuck happens to you. You're like, you didn't get pulled in through under the door. Just saying. That's insane. Really? Who does that? That's fucking crazy. Oh, you're gonna go play with the ghost. Mental. It's mental. Come on. Oh, here, let me fix myself here. Mental. Not in your wildest dreams, man. I would be gone.
Now, the following video was recorded by a grandmother who lives alone with her dog and 2 cats. However, it appears that her pets aren't the only ones keeping her company, because according to her, there's something in her house that won't leave her alone.
В зеркале было отражение чего-то не очень непонятного на видео. Я вам всем докажу.
According to Polina, last night she recorded a video of something that appeared in her bedroom. It showed up in the same spot where it often appears, around the mirror. She's been trying to get it on camera as her family believes it's nothing. They believe it's her old age that's making her see things. But after watching this video, they're not so sure now if that's the case.
No, Grandma, you're just crazy.
Take a look.
Уходи отсюда. Я тебя не боюсь. Уходи отсюда. Уходи из моего дома. Уходи. Я тебя не боюсь.
Oh, I'm not scared of you. I thought it said she was scared. Get out of my house. Listen, I'm proud of her for being able to work her phone like that. Good for you.
Уходи отсюда.
Oh.
Уходи отсюда.
Whoa.
Я тебя не боюсь.
It does not like your
Уходи.
exorcism or whatever.
Уходи, я сказала. Уходи отсюда. Уходи. Я тебя не боюсь.
It begs to differ, ma'am. It knows you're scared.
After Polina realizes that what she'd seen wasn't there, she catches sight of this, a dangling ornament beneath the lamp, moving on its own. However, it wasn't just going back and forth as one would expect. It was curving upwards in a strange manner that neither a draft or wind current could cause. Now, whatever happened that night is something that remains uncertain. In either case, whether paranormal or not, just seeing this out of nowhere is unsettling. But one night, Polina decides to record again because apparently she saw the same figure hiding inside her fireplace. Take a look.
I've never seen this figure. I don't know what it is she's talking about. I see nothing.
Like something out of a nightmare, what looks like a head suddenly appears in the fireplace, and the freakiest part is that it shows itself right when Polina starts to get close.
Put all the arrows in
It's
you want,
as if
Bub. I
whatever
see
this
nothing.
was had realized she was approaching. Understandably, she was freaked out by this, but more so after going back to the space and seeing the fireplace completely empty.
But if
now.
you thought you saw a head in
What
the
she saw
fireplace,
initially
are you
is
really
now
going to go
gone.
back to look at
Now,
it?
currently, no new videos have been shared by Polina, whether supernatural or something else. These two clips are without a doubt pretty terrifying.
If I thought I saw a head in my fireplace, I would not go back into the room to double check. I'd be like, and we leave. We leave now.
Now the following video comes from a young mother named Akina, and ever since having her first child, she's been posting numerous videos of her baby boy. It's her first child, so it makes sense that she would want to capture every moment involving her son Ponko.
He
From
should
the
be
time he was
blurred,
born
though.
to the moment he
Come
got
on
his
now.
first playpen, Akina has been sharing lots of memories involving Ponko on her page. However, not every moment has been shared online, and for good reason. On January 29th of 2024, at around 2:30 in the morning, Akina was dead asleep when she suddenly woke up to something in her bedroom. Thankfully, little Ponko was unaware of what was happening because during this moment,
he's
something
milk
pretty
drunk. He's
frightening
fine.
happened. The following is what was caught. Take a look.
Yeah, wow. That would scare the shit out of me. If I was sleeping and suddenly in the, yeah. We'd be out. Yeah. You leave the baby in the room. 100%. Yeah, there was stripes. I seen that. Hang on now. Hang on now. Hang on now. Hang on. Alright, so she leaves. Yeah, and then somebody wearing stripes is standing there. I was just thinking she runs in and takes the baby. That'd be terrifying. Oh, and now we have like a strobe light situation. Where'd the mom go? Stop it. Yeah, he's just having a great old time with that bottle. Fucking hell. Oh, okay, so it was the mom's. I'm confused. No, that's not the mom. I'm so confused. Holy bright light. Okay. I am so confused. So it was all just the mom.
It's no wonder why Akina didn't want to share this video initially. Now, besides the fact that the door opens and closes all by itself, there's something Akina mentions that makes this whole video even more terrifying. According to her, at this moment, she had seen a figure standing at the doorway which looked a lot like her husband. But the weird part about this is that her husband had not come home from work
What it
yet.
showed us
It was only a few
her
hours before he
straight
came
shirt.
back.
Right,
But
that's what the
strangely,
arrow was
to
pointing
Akina,
at, was
he was
the
there,
mom's
just
straight
staring
shirt.
at her from a distance.
Or was it
Clearly,
showing
no one
us
is
the fact
there.
that the door was
However,
opening and
if you
closing?
listen closely to the audio, you can hear Akina's security alarm going off as though someone entered the house. It's for this reason she leaves the room to turn it off and to chase her husband, who was walking away at this point. But it's from this moment that things start to get creepier, because not long after, Akina acts strange. From standing motionless at
Yeah, it
the
is
door
her
to
shirt.
quickly
Okay.
coming in and sitting down in a rigid manner, it's almost as if Akina was someone else. But as it turns out, she was just scared. Because after heading downstairs to see where her husband had gone, she saw that all the lights were still off and the door still locked. Her husband, as it seems, was not home yet. Freaked out, she heads back up and sits down while trying to figure out what just happened. If he wasn't home, then who was?
Okay, but
She continues to replay this moment in her head, despite occurring a while ago. But until it's figured out what happened, she'll
see
continue
the
to keep this
correct
video up on
response
her
I
page
feel
while sharing more
would be
videos
to
of her
grab the
son.
baby and get the fuck out
For
of the
now,
house.
this occurrence
Right?
remains a mystery.
Go to the neighbors, assemble the pitchforks, call the 911, like all that stuff.
In this next video, a mother had recently shared a clip that freaked her out after noticing what was in it. One day, while looking at her security cameras, Adrian Dakota notices something inside her living room, but more specifically, around her child's playpen. She wasn't sure as to what she was seeing, so she zooms in and replays the video to check. It goes without saying, but what she saw continues to keep her up at night. Now, it's important to note that before this incident, Adrian had already been documenting strange things around her house, and for
course she
some
was.
reason, these occurrences had something to do with her children's toys.
So that's why you don't get kids' toys with batteries, okay? I never put batteries in these toys, ever. My mom would do it from time to time. I get so mad. They go off for no reason. Scares the shit out of you.
Now, it might be easy to write this off as being just a glitch or a toy that's starting to malfunction, but what's strange is that this was happening day after day, one toy turning on after another. And that's without mentioning that during this time, Adrian's daughter had an imaginary friend who she said was very tall. Now, keep this imaginary friend in mind, because this detail becomes important much later in the video she recently posted. The reason why she was so freaked out by the toys turning on was because prior to this, her daughter kept mentioning this imaginary friend. And apparently, this so-called friend would show up in places where her daughter said it was, usually inside the house, near the toys. Adrian was so frightened by this, but more so by this video,
Oh, and
because
she
according to
assumed that
her,
this
while
tall
taking
guy
care of her
is, like,
second
making the
child in
toys
another
go
room,
off.
something terrifying appears in her living room. This is what she caught.
You scared the good boys.
Say yes to a
What was the
credit
arrow
card
for?
with
It was
that can
dogs.
help you build your credit. The Capital One Guaranteed.
Is that not a dog?
To Adrian, it appears that someone or something peeks out from behind her baby's playpen. Thankfully, her child wasn't in there during this moment. But strangely, even though no baby was occupying it, the figure itself looks like one. Whether it's just paranoia
I thought it was a
or
dog.
not, it's obvious that something is there. Considering that a bowl just fell off the shelf with no apparent cause, Adrian can't help but wonder if whatever this was had been responsible for the other occurrences before. It is strange how each occurrence involves one of her children's things. Whether it's their toys or their small
that's because
play
kids,
enclosure,
everything
something
that kids have
unexplainable
is
happens
creepy as
around them.
fuck.
This, of course, brings up the question, could this have been the supposed imaginary friend her daughter had previously mentioned?
No, it
Or
wasn't.
might this be something else entirely? Currently,
That
and
looks like a dog.
unfortunately, there is yet to be a definitive answer to this question.
Or like a rat. She's got a rat running around the house.
Now, the following video was submitted to me by Ariane B, who writes that she took this video during a school field trip to the Philippines. It was 2010 when she recorded this, so understandably, the quality isn't that good. But despite being filmed on a cheap cell phone, she was able to capture something pretty noticeable on camera. And of course, what she notices is pretty creepy. According to her, she was taking a tour of an old fortress where many soldiers had lost their lives. This fortress is known as Fort Mills, and the section of this fort that Ariane was touring is known as Battery Grubs, a section where both Filipino and American soldiers had sacrificed their lives while defending against invading forces in 1942. While touring Battery Grubs, Ariane captures this.
That would actually be really cool to wander around. Be like, oh, I missed it. Replay, Bob. Yes, thank you. Replay. Ah, yes. Yep. Well, now, are we going to assume that that's a ghost, or are we going to assume that that's some kids fucking around?
Now,
up
it's
there?
been 15 years since this video was taken, and Ariane hadn't realized what was captured until rewatching this footage recently. On the upper level of this barrack, there appears to be something moving, but it doesn't look like a tourist who is just wandering. Rather, it looks like a moving blur that disappears in an instant.
It kind of looks like
Now, of course,
The Rock,
given the camera's
right?
low quality, this might have just been a camera artifact, or in other words, a visual glitch. But it's worth noting that this only appears once throughout the entire video. Never again do we see anything like this afterward, suggesting that maybe this wasn't the camera acting up, but instead something that was actually there. As Ariane believes,
It's a piece of
this
the wall
blur was
falling
most
down.
likely the spirit of one of the soldiers who passed away during battle here. Perhaps this is them still living out the same scenario that played out during 1942,
Oh, could you
unaware that
imagine
they're no
that
longer
sucked?
alive. It's a sad thought, but nevertheless, this footage creeps out Ariane. So then, just what exactly was caught on camera at this fort? If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
Number one.
Now, it's often the case that videos on the paranormal take place inside a home. It's usually the setting that makes small disturbances feel twice as scary, but the same can be said for any place where something that shouldn't occur happens. Such is the case in this next video, where a group of Philippine students had caught something on camera inside an empty restroom.
Oh,
but as you'll
okay.
see, it definitely wasn't.
We don't want weird shit
Take a
happening in the
look.
bathroom. You're vulnerable in the bathroom. That's terrifying. That is loud.
Out of nowhere, the sound of a child crying emanates from inside the restroom. But the thing is, they're nowhere to be seen. The only thing that is seen are the empty stalls where just moments
That's why I
ago,
got
the door
goosebumps.
to one of them began to open on its own. But even without seeing this, the voice alone is pretty unnerving.
Yeah, fuck, I don't like that. I don't like that
It's
at all.
enough to make anyone
like
just
that.
run away. Now, very little info is available on this clip, but what was captured is just one instance of something supernatural that occurred here. This school is said to be haunted. So then, was a ghost caught on camera?
Oh, they were in a school.
Or
I thought it
had
was like
something
a-
else been captured? Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.
Wow.
Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss
Subscribe
any
to Bob.
uploads in the future. Also, be sure to check out the official TikTok account for this channel.
Yeah, subscribe to Bob. He's great. Dude, the sound of children crying like that. No, thank you. No, thank you, ma'am. No, thank you. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. I don't. Yeah, that was horrible. I have goosebumps. I'm shivering. I don't like that at all. Other than that, this was a good time. I enjoy watching these videos. I hope y'all enjoyed watching it with me or on the replay. I'm gonna bounce though because I'm starting to get tired. So anybody watching, thank you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next stream.